Round resumed.
Izanagi,
Morse,
are you there?
I be here.
I'm so excited you're here.
Are you?
Do you know why I'm so excited?
You know what? I'm just gonna come out and say it now.
You just killed, like, all the dramatics. Just... I'm gonna go slit my wrists. Will you introduce our viewers to our players while I go off myself?
Sure, why not? Everybody, down here in the bottom left of Yeonsu, the green Protoss. We saw him a couple of games ago. Here he is again. He is Lucien. Up here in the top right, the red Zerg. We saw him take down an unfortunately placed Terran last match. Can he do it again? He is Primorix. And when I say again, I don't mean TVZ. My intros are on fire tonight.
Dude, you're on it. You're on it. Both of this, just like both of these players were on it. They've made it all the way through the finals. Each of these guys played at least 3 best-of-3 series to get here. I believe Primorix was in the upper half of the bracket. I believe he's played 4. This will be his 5th. No. Yeah. No. Yeah?
Make up your mind, Morse.
I don't know. Somebody will tell me.
Hmm.
You know what's great about streaming things live? You can just make shit up, and you don't have to worry about being right because the chat will correct you. They'll be like, no, 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 here's a Team Liquid thread. It explains everything about how you are wrong about what you just said.
Logic.
Thank you, Internet. Lawyered! Which show is that?
How I Met Your Mother.
I love that show.
It's sad how I knew that off the top of my head.
You know what else I love?
What?
This freaking matchup. Because it's going to be legend. Wait for it. I hope you're not lactose intolerant. Dairy.
Oh, okay. Oh. Somebody please stop him.
You know what, Izanagi? When I woke up this morning, I thought about being sad. And then I decided to be awesome instead.
Oh god. Oh god. It started. Somebody call the medics.
Quick, fill up space or I'll say another cheesy joke.
Okay. So before Morris opens his mouth again, we have Primorix going for the
So Primorix is expanded on 3 bases once again.
Yes,
He does
3 hatches.
He does have his spawning pool out. Queen is finished in the natural. Queen getting ready to pop in the main. Really good timings there. We do have a Forge Fast expand. Wall pretty much getting finished off here. Cybernetics core coming down. Workers moving into the natural. Good saturation from the Protoss player. Only on 1 gas though. Dropping a pylon, making sure he's not getting supply blocked. Looking pretty rock steady.
Yeah, Lucien playing a little fast and loose. 1 gateway, no units. I mean, if Primorix wanted him dead, he'd be dead by now. And I feel like if Primorix has the wherewithal to go and look through the replays next game, he'll pick up on this and hopefully be able to punish it significantly. Because, you know, I've noticed one thing in my experience in StarCraft, Morse, and you want to know what that is?
Everything's OP except for Terran?
Other than that.
Oh, we're not going to engage in a balanced discussion? I'm happy.
I've learned that
4 gates going down for Lucien. 5!
Nice. All right, 5 gates.
6 total.
Remember, he had a PvZ earlier. He went for a 7 gate plus 1 attack. Which, and there's gate number 7. All around the Artosis pylon. We're gonna call these the Artosis gates.
I think it's just going to drop.
One thing I've learned is that players tend to do the same builds over and over and over and over again, come hell or high war. And I feel if Primorix has the wherewithal to actually look through his replays and check this out, he'll be able to hard counter it easily, because Lucien has very few units to begin with. However, this Overlord is going to play spoiler to all these gateways. Oh my god, look at Lucien just dropping pylon after pylon after pylon. He's ready to go. Is there a proxy pylon out on the map? There is not, which is a bit of a problem. That's a bit of a problem right there. Morse, I mean, do you see a probe out on the map? Because I don't.
I don't either.
I see one trying to make the incredible journey. And gonna try and place
it's
one
gonna
down.
get picked up by a Ling. That pylon is not gonna go down in secret. He cancels the pylon.
Well, temporarily, he's gonna have to go place it down.
He delays the pylon.
He delays the pylon. And he's gonna actually try and fight over here by the third. Does he actually know that the rocks are down?
I don't believe he does. He does not.
Actually, he does, kind of.
Well, he knew some Lings were over there earlier. He kind of knows because the slab's gone.
Yeah, I mean, the slab is gone, and apparently he could see that from there, which is weird. But anyway, he's going to try and make this +1 work, and actually, Primorix, what are we looking at? Primorix is in pretty good shape. I mean, he's got a lot of units. I mean, Lucien really picked a horrible spot to try and do this from. Because these rocks are going to buy so much time. The Hydralisk Den is on the way for Lucien, for Primorix, and once if the Hydras get out here, which...
Oh, Primorix needs to get those Lings to the front, and he needs to get those Roaches on creep, if you ask me. Oh, well, splitting up.
It's a very close engagement. I mean, this is going to be a tough fight.
Those Lings are not in it. There they go.
Now he's on creep. A lot more Roaches coming on. That Spine Crawler is going to do massive work. But these Roaches, that's a ton of Roaches, and there's even more Lings coming out. And the Queen as well. I mean, this is going to be a tough fight for Primorix, but I think he should be
able to clean this up. Oh, here comes some reinforcements from Lucien.
Yeah, I mean, Lucien, he's got a lot here. He's got 12 more Roaches on the way. So far, he's holding firm. I feel like he needs to pull the drones here for just a little bit. The Spine Crawler staying alive for a little bit longer there. Where are the Roaches? They're reinforcing Roaches supposed to be coming on. I don't know if he can save this third. It's going to be such a tight window here. 5 more Roaches on the way. There are no Hydras, mostly because there isn't really enough gas for him. And, well, that target fire on the hatchery costs Lucien a Stalker. Going to cost him another one as he retreats. Loses 2 Roaches there. Roach speed is about to finish in 8 more Roaches. He's going to lose the third. But the problem is, Lucien doesn't have anything behind this. He's got nothing. No production, no tech, no probes. It's all in this attack, and that's a lot of Roaches still. Roach speed is done. Which means these Roaches can technically kite these Zealots all day long.
Choosing to go for the engagement. I don't think it's a bad idea. A couple Roaches pop behind.
And 2 Roaches are going to come in from behind. Another Warpin of Zealot's going to work in. He's actually got 2 Larvae back here. If he turns those into Roaches, that would be a hell of a flank. And 1 Roach, a little indiscretion. Now he takes out that weakened Stalker. And again, it's still a very close fight. Primorix trying to hold on. Lucien doesn't have really any gas. He's throttled on gas. But has enough for Zealots till hell freezes over. But Zealots against Roaches is not a good engagement. He's going to fall back and try and regroup if Primorix will even let him. 1 more Warpin, 6 Stalkers, and 6 Zealots and a Stalker.
That could be enough. That could be enough to eat up this Roach.
This is going to be very, very close.
The Roaches are now surrounded. Not enough of these Zealots are down. 3 more coming up.
Not enough Zealots. Not nearly enough Zealots. Another Warpin of Zealots coming in here. He might be able to clean up this army, but what's left? What does Lucien have? He's got nothing. He's got gateways and 2 nexuses. It's actually only down to 36 probes. It's 36 supplied to 71. 2 Stalkers and 4 Zealots are warping in back at home. I assume to try and defend against the counterattack. I'm not exactly certain where Lucien goes from here.
Lucien looks like he's going to try to expand, save up some money here. He's got enough money. Oh, a little bit of lag
Yeah.
here.
He's got money, but he doesn't have bandwidth. Somebody thinks Lucien made a knee build.
No, there we go. We're back in it. Lucien
Yeah.
probably going to
He's not gonna
expand
be able to
here.
expand.
He's going to try, though. And now he's
Yeah.
mad.
The problem is he's not going to survive long enough. These roaches are on the way. They're going to try and push up the ramp.
I don't think the roaches are going to be able to break this.
It's going to be close. Actually, he's just going to bypass the front and go after the rocks. Oh, no. Okay, never mind.
So much
Primorix
indecisiveness on the side of Primorix, yeah.
Lucien, I feel... Well, first off, I think he needed to take his gases a while ago. I mean, I don't see where... I mean, Lucien, I don't see where he goes from this. I would say tech up. And honestly, if he had the gas, I would say that's where he needs to go. But Primorix is getting the infestation pit. He's going to have the hive on the way. He's going to jump right into Ultralisks, and then he's just going to walk in the door.
You know what I just realized? He didn't even go +1 attack. He canceled that +1 attack and went +1 armor, so he is sitting on +1 armor, not +1 attack.
Oh, okay. You know, maybe that's actually what was the turning point. Because in both games that we saw him win, or I saw him win, with that build, he actually went for +1 attack. So maybe he'll go for it again next go around with the +1 attack, see how that works, or maybe he'll try something completely different.
In those previous games, though, wasn't he up against more of a lane-based play as opposed to the roaches? Do you think maybe that was a conscious decision to go for the armor?
Well, in the two games I saw, the first one it was completely scouted, and he was up against a mix of Roach and Zergling, which failed at first, and then his opponent took a bad engagement at the third. The second one, it was not scouted, and the +1, there was just nothing there. So I really have not seen a real difference maker here. I mean, I haven't seen whether one affects the other. I haven't seen this build in enough circumstances to really determine what effects the upgrades will have. I mean,
some Lings are getting ready to swing around for a counter, poised for a counterattack on the third. The third is very vulnerable right now. No rocks down or anything. Here come those Lings.
yeah, and that's going to end up being canceled, I hope. Well, actually,
No, I'd
try
let
and
it finish and save it.
He can save it, yeah. And he's trying to tech up into his Twilight Council. Viper's on the way, by the way. I don't get that. I feel like Viper's is a poor choice right now.
Dude, gank out that mothership core.
Yeah, gank out the Mothership Core and use Blinding Cloud on all the Zealots. Use Blinding Cloud on the Zealots. Go, go. It's not working, sir. You're not using enough.
Dude, that sounds OP as shit, man. I cannot wait to go ladder and do that. What? Zealot Archon? Bam, Defiler Cloud. Or whatever the hell they're called. What is that cloud called?
It's a Blinding Cloud.
Blinding Cloud, thank you.
And unless you're talking about the one that was actually for the Defiler, which was Dark Swarm.
There's some old school shit.
Yeah, Dark Swarm was such a much better name. Primorix is actually going to try and I think push in here at the third. And leg speed is on the way for Lucien. But again, he's mined out of his main. He's got very little tech. He hasn't taken but 2 gases. Now he's taking the other 2. At his natural. And the Ultralisk Cavern is on the way. Primorix is maxed out. I mean, Primorix is maxed out, period. End of story. 128 supply to 104. Charge lots could change this around, but slow lots are not. And here we go. Big engagement. The Zealots are actually on the wrong side to start things off. A great starting point. Zealots are going to run in here and get chewed to pieces by the giant amount of damage. These Hydralisks doing 14 damage per second. Actually, it's closer to 17 damage per second. Viper's having the best seat in the house. GG from Lucien. Primorix takes game 1 in convincing style. Now, Morris, remind me, is this best of 3?
It is a best of 3 tonight. We usually do a best of 5, but it is getting a little late. It's already 12:23 here,
Is that
Central
before or
Standard
after?
Time.